So finding yourself in a nice, comfortable seat. If you're on your birth ball, or if you're sat on the floor, if you've got a cushion or something just under your bum, and then just kind of pulling the juicy parts of your bum outwards so that you can really feel your sitting bones. And then just allowing your body to relax. Sitting nice and tall, nice and comfortably. We'll just start with a nice collective breath in through the nose on 3. 1, 2, 3. And out through the mouth. Let's do that again. One more breath. Lovely. So whilst we're doing this breathing, this arriving, I'll talk you through the breath, but afterwards when we're in the practice, just remember that you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, really activating the back of your throat. And this is really nice to work with your pelvic floor. And Harula, you were saying about having a shortness of breath, so we'll really work. When you're inhaling, you want to think about blowing up your belly like it's a balloon. So you're really, everything is soft. We tend to walk around kind of really holding everything in. Just let it relax, let it go. You don't want any tension anywhere. Feel free to move and get into a position that is comfortable, but your belly remains soft. And then on the exhale, we're working to really release our pelvic floor as well, okay? So left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top. Just let them fall into your lap, just making sure the thumbs are touching, and just releasing the shoulders, and just lowering your chin to chest, just gently, and closing your eyes or lowering your gaze. And just allow your body to just arrive in the space around you. Just notice your breath. Notice how your body feels. Noticing the points of your body that might need a little bit more breath. Just focus on them. And then as you start to inhale through the nose, just do to your count of 3. And then exhale, if you can, to a count of 6. Softening the belly as you inhale, relaxing as you exhale. If you can increase that inhale to a count of 4, so your exhale is just a little bit longer, taking you into a bit more of a relaxed state. Being mindful not to hold the breath at any point. Keep the breath conscious and flowing. Mindful movement, mindful breath. Allow the tension from the top of your head just to relax. Your eyes are softened. Skin across the top of your forehead just melting away. Allow your jaw to soften with your exhale. Allow your body to fall into the ground, knowing that the ground is there to hold you. Lifting through the crown of your head, sitting tall and strong. The roots that emanate through your body, down through your floor, deep into the ground below, holding you strong, holding you firm, grounding you to the earth. Allowing your body, earth side, just to float, to move in the breeze, effortless. Allowing the breath just to flow through you, in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through the front of your body, out through the down, exhale motion of your breath. Filling up that belly deep. And then exhaling deeper. Bringing that focus to the breath in your belly, really expanding as much as you can, creating space, and then exhaling. Allowing your body to revel in the space that you've created. Bringing that breath up through your ribs, effortlessly. Exhaling. Feeling your belly and your ribs. Exhaling from your ribs to your belly. Inhaling all the way up to your chest. Feel your chest rise. And then feel your chest fall, your ribs decompress and your belly release. Filling up the belly, the ribs opening, creating space into your chest. And allowing your body to deflate, feeling roomy and spacious from the breath. Space that you create. Focusing your mind on your breath, working with your body. And then allow your breath just to settle, just to release. Just take a moment. Allow your body to relax. Gently release your hands, give them a bit of a shake. Allow your wrists to click back and forth or twist and twirl them. Just allow your hands just to rest onto your knees. Dropping the chin down to the chest. And then just bringing your right hand onto your chest, your left hand onto your belly. Just setting yourself some intentions for the week ahead. Feeling your breath, your baby, connection between the two. And then releasing your hands back into your lap, lowering your chin down to your chest. Gently pulling your chin downwards, and then if you want to bring the hands just to either side of your head, just applying a little bit of pressure, just ever so gently, just so that you really release that tension in your upper back and across your shoulders. You're not pulling your head down, you're not hunching your body, you're still sitting tall and straight. Just applying a little bit of pressure to release that tension. And then inhaling your head over to the left hand side, your left ear to your shoulder. As you exhale, back down to center. Over to the other side. Working with your breath. Inhaling over to the left, bringing that left hand up. Staying here for a few breaths, pulling that head gently, applying that pressure, pulling away with your right fingertips. Creeping them away a little bit more. Just releasing the hand, releasing the chin to chest, over to the other side. Same thing on the right hand side. Just allow your left fingertips to tiptoe away from you. And then release. And then gently, if your eyes are closed, just blink them open. If you want to swap the legs around, if you want to sit in an alternative position. Sarah, I should have said initially, if you're on the floor, wide leg position isn't as good for you with your SPD. So if you want to sit on your knees whilst we do our side bends, or alternatively, if you want to stay on your bum and on the floor this way, bring your one leg tucked behind slightly here. So try as much as you can to keep your both butt cheeks on the floor, but it is a little bit harder on one side. So your hips still more neutral and in front this way. So anything, and Aura, also if you've still got any groin pain, then it's quite nice to sit in that mermaid pose. So whilst you're sat in your comfortable seat, we're just going to plant your left hand down, lifting that right arm up and leaning over to the left. Looking down towards your hand and then just turning, looking up, just decreasing your elbow. Looking back down, releasing that tension in your neck. Inhaling, bringing the arms back up and over to the other side. Looking down and up. Just pushing down through your opposite hip. So you're making sure you're feeling that side bend. Lift with your inhale and exhale. See if you can bend a little bit more over to the side, still keeping that hip down on the floor. Inhale, release, over to the other side. Looking up towards your elbow, down to the floor, keeping the movement nice and mindful with your breath. Inhale and release. Keeping the left hand on the floor, we're just going to do our circles with our arms. So you're just bringing the right arm behind, forward, and leaning back slightly, not too much. You don't want to apply too much pressure. You just want to lean back gently, circling the arms, really releasing that tension in the shoulder. Release the arm and over to the other side. So swooshing your left arm behind you and forward. Behind you. Following that arm with your gaze as well. Lovely. Keep that going. One more breath. Final breath here. And release. Let's inhale the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale. And we go up again. Inhale. Release the twist to the left this time. Stay here for a breath. Inhale the arms up and over to the right hand side. Inhale, lift from your ribs. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up and back to center. Let's just plant the hands or the fingertips on the floor in front so your arms are really nice and straight. Your head is lifted. Walk those hands forward a little bit more if you can, just allowing the hips to open a little bit and just pushing through the lower part of your spine, so you're pushing your bum towards the ground and then slowly rolling your spine up and back up. So same thing, walking your hands forward, a bit more floaty this time. rolling, tilting your pelvis under, lowering your chin, lifting your chest. This is a bit like our seated cat-cow, but we're just working on rolling our spine, so we're rolling forward, still lifting, not slouching or hunching over your bum, lifting up through the chest. Do a few more. Walking the hands back, tilting the pelvis under, lifting the chin, opening the chest, walking the hands, rolling back, using your hands to really lift. One more breath forward, and then slowly coming back up to seated. Let's extend the legs, but remembering that we don't want them too wide. Sarah, in any position here, just keep your legs a little bit more narrow, okay? Ladies, you can take yours just a little bit wider, but nothing more than a 90 degree. From here, we're going to inhale the arms up, and just bring the hands clasped together, lift up through your body, through the crown, through your ribs, and we're just going to start slowly making some movement. Now these movements, again, can be as big or as small as you need them to be. Just remember that you're still lifting through the crown of your head, keeping your toes nice and active, your thighs are engaged. Keep breathing. Pause the movement and the breath. Let's go in the opposite direction. One more breath here. Release the hands. Bring them behind your body and hold on to your elbows. As close to your elbows as you can get. If that's too uncomfortable, you can put your hands into downward prayer. Just so that you're opening your chest, keeping your toes still lifted. Opening your chest, keep your belly soft. Lift your chin, keep breathing. If this is too much at any point, just come out and just rest your hands on your thighs or lift your hips up with something else under your bum. Don't want any pressure on your lower back or your belly. One more breath. Release the arms. Bring the legs back in together. So from here, we're going to roll over to our knees. So we're going to sit onto our knees. So just gently coming up. If you want a cushion or a block under your bum, it's quite comfortable. And we're going to go into our foot strengthening. So we're turning our feet, our toes pointing down. So remembering that this isn't the most comfortablest of positions to be in, but especially with, we may not be walking as much or as moving as much because we are at home. So it's really nice just to practice working with our feet a little bit more. So if at any point this is too much, come out of it, give your feet a little tap, come back into it. So in this position, we're just going to hold the position. Arms are going to come out, squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're just going to wrap the left arm underneath the right into your eagle arms. Staying here, bringing the palms together if you can, or the backs of your hands together. Focus on releasing your shoulders. Belly soft. Let's work on the engagement of our pelvic floor. So we're inhaling, when we exhale, we're releasing that pelvic floor as we draw up our breath. Pulling up the pelvic floor. Exhale, everything is released. Inhale. One more breath here. Release the arms, just bring the hands to the lower back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the chin and the chest. Lovely. Exhaling, inhaling, sorry, the arms open. And then exhaling, right arm comes underneath, crossing at the elbows and bringing the hands together. Same thing again. Inhaling. Drawing up your pelvic floor, and on the exhale, excuse me, release that muscle. And again. Releasing your pelvic floor, lowering your shoulders, releasing that tension. One more breath. Releasing the arms on the exhale. Hands to the lower back, squeezing those elbows together. Just leaning forward, just tapping out your toes. Sitting back onto your heels, just lifting the opposite knee up. We're going to come into our foot strengthening again. And as we go up, we'll go into our lightning opening, chest openers, okay? So from here, I really want you to focus on not lifting through this movement. I know we may be a little bit heavier, but I'd like us just to lift through the crown of our head as much as you can. So really use your bum and your thighs to do that. So your hands are in prayer. Shoulders nice and relaxed. If this is too much on your feet, please do come down onto a normal kneeling if that's okay for you, okay? So you're here, and we're going to inhale, lifting, looking up towards our hands, opening, squeezing, using the breath to bring us back down. And again, inhale, squeezing your bum, exhale. Nice and controlled as we come back down. And again. Using your pelvic floor as you come up. Everything is drawing up. And then as you exhale, everything is releasing. Making sure your belly stays soft. And again. On your exhale this time, we're going to make the breath a golden thread. So inhale, blowing through your lips. Just keeping your jaw nice and soft. And again. Do two more. Final breath. And just release the feet again. Give them a little tap. And just lifting your knees. And then coming onto all fours. So as you're on your all fours here, just remembering that we want to protect our lower back. So we're just going to start with some pelvic tilts. So that's all you're tilting at the moment, is just rocking your pelvis. Keeping the belly relaxed but nice and controlled. Just little gentle movements. This is really nice if you've got any lower backache as well, to relieve any pressure in your lower back. Keep breathing, keep everything soft. Back to neutral. And then just looking down on the right hand side, twisting your body gently towards your right, so you're looking towards your right foot. Back to center and over to the other side. Back to center, one more on each side. Back to center, over to the left. Back back to center. So finding your knees at a nice hip width space that you're comfortable with. We're just going to go into our circle. So inhaling as you breathe forward, keep elongated through your neck and the crown of your head. Really feeling those circles through your body. Feeling that release of any tension, using your hands, your knees, the tops of your feet. Here you can practice with your breath, keep that going. You can practice with a normal breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can also do a couple here, in through your nose, and out through your golden thread. So breathing out through your mouth like a straw. Or you can make noise, you can inhale through your nose and you can make a ooh sound. You really want to practice on elongating your breath. Pause the movement and in the opposite direction, keep that going. So have a play with making the circles as big or as small as you need to. This really is the best position to be in. Using gravity, baby is weighted in your belly, they're down, they're towards the left-hand side. This is the optimum position for birth. You're working with your body here, working with the sound, working with the motion, getting lost in the rhythm. One more breath. Just coming back to neutral. If your knees went out a little bit, that's fine. Just bring them in a little bit. Nice, comfortable position. We're going to go to the arm and leg lift. So if you are feeling a little bit unsteady, please just keep that foot on the ground. If you feel okay, by all means, lift that leg up. Just make sure that both your hips are pointing down towards the ground, so you're not lifting one or the other. So we're going to inhale, we're going to exhale, right arm and left foot out, back in. Inhale, left arm, right leg out, and back in. Keep that going. Try and find as little movement as possible, pushing through your hands and the tops of your knees. Just find control throughout that pose. On your next time you're on your right arm, left leg, you're going to hold that pose. Hold the position there for a breath. And release. Same on the left. And release. Gently open the legs a little bit. Come back into your child's pose. And just allow your head to rest on the floor. Allow your arms just to feel heavy on the ground. If this is too much and you feel dizzy, just come up onto your forearms. Gently coming back up onto all fours. Just going to walk your hands forward. So you're keeping your knees where they are, walking your hands forward, resting your forearms on the ground, bringing your chest to the floor, your head to the floor. If you need to open your knees to allow for belly, please feel free to do so. This is a nice stretch across your upper back, down the sides of your body. You shouldn't feel any pressure anywhere. If you do, if this is too much, you come onto your forearms so you're still feeling that opening through your upper back. Stay here for a few more breaths. Slowly your hands back. Bringing the forearms down. And we'll just do a little bit of pelvic floor work here. So starting with the front passage, imagine you're stopping yourself from going to the toilet. Movement that you're going to use is a squeeze, release, but you're breathing normally. So imagine you're stopping yourself from having a wee. So get that motion, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then release. Then your back passage. Imagine you're stopping yourself from passing wind or going for a poo. We're squeezing that muscle up as we inhale, and when we exhale, we're releasing that muscle. So inhale, working with your breath, and then exhale, trying to isolate your pelvic floor, not squeezing your bum. You're not using your butt cheeks. This is just the internal movement of your Mula Bandha here. Inhale, exhale, release. One more breath. And then coming into your vaginal passage, same thing. So we're drawing up that muscle. When we inhale, exhale, everything's going to soften. Keep breathing, keep moving. That mind connection with your pelvic floor is so important. When you go through your surges and contractions, when you get to that point, you really need something else. You just work with your pelvic floor to help the baby come out as easily as they can. Inhale, drawing that muscle up. Exhale, release. One more breath. Lovely. Slowly coming back up onto all fours. We're just going to tuck our toes underneath, and we're just going to come into a really gentle down dog. So just keeping the knees nice and bent here. Just gently padding the feet left and right, left and right. And then with the left foot, we're just going to step it forward to the outside edge of our mat. We're going to keep the right knee down. Just going to inhale the arms up, keeping the hips nice and protected. Keep breathing here. Inhale, lift the arms, float the arms back down. Keep the right hand planted. We're going to open twist here, left hand up to the ceiling. Lifting through the right hand side of your body as well. A nice wide stance here. Feeling balanced and supported. Inhale, bring that arm down. Inhale, both arms back up. And then float that left elbow into the left thigh. And we're going to circle the right arm forward and back, and again. Keep breathing here. Keep opening your chest as you follow your hand round. One more breath. Float both arms up, and then both arms back down to the ground. Just stay in this position. If this is okay for you, if you need a block or a cushion to come up a little bit higher, please do so. Just rocking back and forth slightly. This is really nice for the hips as well. This is also a really nice position to be in when you're in active labour. So hands flat back on the ground. You're going to push into your right foot, so you lift that back leg. And you swoop that leg back into your down dog. So just padding the feet out one more time. And then the right foot is going to come nice and wide, dropping down that left foot. We're going to inhale the arms up, Stay here, lift up through your ribs, float the arms back down, plant that left hand, inhale, right arm up to the ceiling. Feeling lifted through your right arm, out of your left shoulder, inhale. Release that arm back down, inhale, both arms up. And float that right elbow back down to the middle of your thigh. Rolling circles with your left, looking behind. Keep using your pelvic floor for your stability and your balance. One more breath. Inhale the arms up. And float them back down. Again, if you need a block or a cushion, come up onto your fingertips, just rocking back and forth a little bit here. And bringing that left leg back up. Swooping that right leg back. Keep the legs nice and wide. Just walk the hands back towards your feet. And just gently walk your hands up your body and allow your head to be the final thing that comes up. Just standing at the top of your mat, just releasing the shoulders, keeping your pelvis tilted gently, knees nice and soft, hands wide, just lowering your gaze. Closing your eyes, just standing in your mountain pose. If you want to rock back and forth a little bit, just feel your feet. Feel that stability through the grounding of your feet, the lifting through the crown of your head. Stay here for a few more breaths. And release, keeping the knees and pelvis as they are. Inhale the arms up. And just reaching up, you're going to hold onto your left wrist with your right arm. And you're just going to lean towards the left. Keep breathing. Inhale back up to center. And release the arms. Inhale the arms up. Hold on to the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale up. Lift and lean. Keep breathing. Inhale back up. Release the arms. Let's lift the arms back up. Bring them down through prayer, down to your heart center. And come side onto you. Inhale, arms come back up. Hands back down through your heart center, keeping the pelvis tucked under, and again, lifting, reaching up, coming back down. Inhale the arms up, but we're going to swan dive, so the hands come back down, pivot at your hips here, back down, allow your hands to come to the floor, just swinging gently. Slowly rolling back up through your spine. Coming to the top of your mat, shifting your weight to your right leg. You're just going to take a nice wide step back with your left leg. So remembering that our stance is wider for our balance. And we're going to come in to our warrior two. So finding that nice position, arms are elongated, stretching, shoulders are relaxed, just bending into that front knee and lifting back through, bending. Inhale, exhale, one more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, turn that front palm upwards And then we're going to stay in the bend, but we're going to lean back, reaching backwards, protecting your lower back here in your belly so everything is nice and soft. And then releasing, letting that elbow sit on the thigh, reaching over with your right arm, keeping your chest open and lifted. So rather than downwards like this, you're looking almost, your armpits are towards me. Stay here. Inhale. Release the arms if they will go to the floor, and slowly walk your legs around and your hands to the other side, and just cartwheel your arms back up to warrior two in the other position. So shoulders are down, pulsing forward and up, forward and up. Just gentle movements here, keeping your pelvis tucked, turning the left palm upwards, keeping that bend in the front knee, leaning back gently, so it's a side bend. Staying here. Inhale, cartwheeling the arms down and stretching open, opening your chest, lifting so your arm is as far back towards your ear, armpits are towards me, head can come down if it's too much of a strain. Slowly release, bring the hands back to the floor, slowly walking the hand to your center point. Gently lift forward, so straightening your spine, elongating through the crown of your head. Bring your hands to your hips, just bending your knees, gently coming up to standing. Bringing the legs a little bit closer. Do our tree. So find a wall if you need a wall. Sarah, for this, I'd advise that you keep both feet on the ground. So when we go into tree, your foot, I'd recommend you keep it nice and stable here. Your hips nice and stable, okay? Ladies, your foot can be resting on the ground, that's absolutely fine, on your calf or higher up into your thigh. So find what works for you. So shifting your weight into your right leg, just find your point of focus, find your balance, find what works for you. If you need a wall, grab the wall. Just keeping your hips nice and balanced. Your hands can come out. They can come to prayer. They can lift. Just find your breath, your stability from the top of your head. Your crown is lifted. All the way down to your supporting leg. Finding your balance, finding your stability. One more breath here. Gently release your foot, not like I did, and then we'll shift the weight to the other side. So shifting your weight to your left, gently allowing that foot to place wherever you need it, whatever works for you, remembering to keep your hips nice and balanced. I obviously don't have any grounding today. Just finding that position, that balance, that stability and that strength. Lifting through the crown of your head. Keep breathing. Allow your belly to be soft. Allow the ground to support you. The crown of your head to lift you. One more breath here. And then gently release. And widen the legs slightly. Roll your hands down your knees. Let's stop halfway in downward prayer. Just release the head. Just let it hang, give it a shake. And allowing the hands just to fall to the ground in front of you, and slowly walking your feet back and bring both knees down to the ground at the same time. Just bringing your feet gently to the side of your body and come into your mermaid. So tucking your left foot into your upper thigh and your right leg behind you. We're just gonna inhale the arms up and twist to the left hand side, still trying to keep that right hand side of your butt cheek on the floor. Keep breathing. Inhale the arms back up and back to center. Help your legs over to the other side. So you've got your right leg in your top of your thigh, and again your left bum cheek on the floor as much as it will. Inhale the arms up and then twist towards the right. Keep lifting up through the crown to your chest and your ribs. Every exhale, really releasing, breathing into that twist. One more breath. Inhale the arms back up and back to center. So just finishing off in your seated position here. Just allow your hands to come into contact with the earth. Just sitting nice and tall, lifting through the crown, but your eyes are closed. Take a nice deep breath in. And a nice sigh. One more time. Final breath. Just notice how your breath feels, how your body feels. Notice that connection with your mind, your body, your breath. Does anything feel different? Does anything feel looser, more spacious? Just feeling that gratitude and that sense of purpose. Just bring the hands to prayer. Let them sit with your heart center. Just bow your head gently. Whatever it is that you need from your practice, I hope that you've got. Whatever it is that you needed from today, I hope that you can take throughout the rest of the week with you. Being kind to ourselves is really important during this time. I wish you a really beautiful week. Lots of love, lots of laughter, lots of movement. Thank you again, ladies, for allowing me to be part of this journey with you, and I wish you a really beautiful evening. Thank you, and namaste. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that was okay.
That was lovely, thank you.
Good, good. I'm doing a couple of movements, just like 30-second clips that I think Noemi's going to put on the website, but Bree, I did one just before we started about circles. Circles is amazing. Pelvic floor, circles, those hip openers as well, like in your lizard pose with one leg up. Amazing. If you don't practice every day, that's cool, but if you can kind of practice a few movements, the breath connection with your mind and just you breathing, and that connection with your pelvic floor work as well, it's going to be really, really helpful. So start kind of getting those practices into your mind of movement and breath work. It's going to be really good for you. In the shower, or if you're washing the dishes and, ooh, you know, who's around that's going to think, you know, you're an utter weirdo. It doesn't matter at this stage, you know. But those sound movements as well, it really relaxes this part of your body, your jaw connected to your pelvic floor as well. So just have a play around with those kind of movements and breath work. It's going to be really, really good for you. So yeah, go party, have a great week, and you know, enjoy.
Got a wild night planned.
A wild night, exactly. Hey, I've got a book club meeting, a Zoom call actually, so that'll be fun. The book was awful. So
What book?
Normal People, it's called.
Okay.
I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere. Yeah, I didn't enjoy this book. It was just, you know, and you just got to get to the end of it because you just want it to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt. One thing Noemi did ask me to mention is that tomorrow at 1 o'clock and 7, they are doing a Mother Earth healing meditation. All information on the website and Instagram. It's donation based if you're interested. I think the teacher Madeline is doing it. She does like restorative stuff. So if you're interested, that might be quite nice. And I'm also doing my relaxation or pregnancy chat and relaxation tomorrow with Claire, if you're interested in coming along to that as well.
Oh, I saw that. Is that at 8?
Yes, 8 till 9. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just get in touch for that. I've got to get off because Naomi needs to start a class. So
See you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye. See you next week. Bye.